So we got a senseless situation out in Florida, Osceola County, at the Checkers restaurant. Evidently over a food order, a big disagreement over some food. On the evening of May 21st, 2025, around 10:10 p.m., 23-year-old employee Elijah Mackey was working at the restaurant when a customer, 51-year-old Wesley Robertson, expressed his dissatisfaction with his order, possibly due to a missing mayonnaise packet. Robertson requested to speak to the manager multiple times. According to the court documents, Mackey exited the restaurant through the drive-thru window and confronted Robertson at the front of the establishment. Witnesses reported that during the ensuing argument, Robertson made a derogatory comment towards Mackey, the employee. In response, Mackey allegedly drew a small handgun from his waistband and shot Robertson in the chest. Robertson was transported to the local hospital where he later died. First of all, why are you carrying a gun to work? It's crazy. Why are you arguing over something so trivial as a mayonnaise packet? Okay, so following the incident, Mackey fled the scene, but later was apprehended by deputies at a nearby location, and he was arrested and charged with first-degree premeditated murder and is currently being held without bond. Checkers, that particular Checkers, is under investigation and has been temporarily closed, but as of right now, they have reopened. And the company has issued a statement expressing how shocked and sad they are over this particular incident. I mean, so we got two lives that are like totally changed, okay? We got a man who will never take another breath again. It's sad. And then we got another man who'll be probably taking several breaths in prison for the rest of his life. Let's run this clip.
Fight at a Checkers that put an employee behind bars accused of shooting and killing a customer. He just faced a judge. The shooting happened late Wednesday night at the Checkers on US 192, right at the entrance of Old Town near Fun Spot in Kissimmee. News 6's Laverne McGee tells us what she's learning.
Versus Elijah Mackey.
Deputies say this man, 23-year-old Elijah Mackey, is the Checkers worker who shot and killed a customer over a food order. He showed no emotion during his first appearance this afternoon, charged with the murder of Wesley Robertson.
The defendant will be held pursuant to Arthur at no bond that can be taken up with an appropriate motion with the division judge.
The affidavit for arrest warrant gives details from two witnesses who were also at the Checkers Old Town in Kissimmee. They give similar accounts. One says in part, the customer began complaining about his order. A male employee came around the right side of the building and began an argument with the customer. The customer called the employee an expletive, and the male employee pulled out a small handgun. The second witness said in part, the male was possibly asking for mayonnaise packets. Expletives were heard. The employee pulled out a gun and shot him.
We spent some time at the Checkers this afternoon. It's open. There weren't too many customers, and the management would not speak with us.
Makes me feel scared and insecure.
It's tragic. You know, things like that happen. We don't know what's going on with their personal lives. So unfortunately, there's a lot of mental health issues that are going on with people that they just don't resolve. So that could be one of the factors. We just don't know.
It doesn't make you nervous going through drive-thrus and going to these fast food places?
Well, if we would have known that this shooting happened yesterday, I don't think we would have chosen this restaurant. So, yeah, unfortunately. Well, hopefully the employees are doing okay and they get some kind of trauma. Yeah. Some kind of trauma treatment.
Laverne McGee, News 6.
Typical day in Old Town. People milling about and businesses running as usual. Except this Checkers. And we ran into some would-be customers who were hoping to grab a quick meal. And actually, we were the ones who told them why this is closed.
Wanted to get like a 2 for $7. And then I find out craziness happened.
So I noticed the crime scene tape, but until you came in, I had absolutely no idea.
Did they die?
Yeah, customer died.
Yes, that's wild.
23-year-old Elijah Mackey out of his work uniform Thursday and getting escorted into a deputy's cruiser, charged with the murder of Wesley Robertson. The Osceola County Sheriff's Office says it was about 10 o'clock Wednesday night when Mackey and Robertson exchanged words over Robertson's food order. Mackey was working at the time. The argument grew more heated.
From a verbal dispute to a shooting.
Yeah.
That's from 0 to 100 really quick. That's a quick escalation.
They got Old Town roped off. Nobody comes, nobody goes.
Michael Beecraft was leaving Old Town around that time, and whipped out his phone when he sensed something was going down.
So you thought something bad happened? We knew something bad happened.
Yellow tape, checkers.
I kind of suspected somebody probably got shot. And that's exactly what happened.
It's heartbreaking. It's scary if somebody is willing to go to those lengths over food.
Amanda Barajas works at the bar right behind Checkers.
Unless you're like security or a police officer, I don't think there's any reason to have a weapon at work.
As of this broadcast, Checkers has not responded to our specific questions about any policies related to weapons in the workplace. But a spokesperson did issue a statement saying they're shocked and saddened by the incident, and that the actions of this one employee, quote, do not reflect the values of the thousands of our hardworking employees across the country. The spokesperson adding that Checkers is working closely with police in the investigation, and they're sending thoughts and prayers to the customer's family.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.